Hi, my name is Beer, and let's start with Talespire. It is a beautiful way to play pen and paper RPGs, except here you won't need pen and paper. Instead, you can bring your own stories to life and embark upon campaigns together with your friends. Regardless of where you are in the world, the engine of Talespire will do everything it can to make you happy. Well, sadly, it can't make potato salad. Just a disclaimer. So, in a way, it's a tabletop game where rules, battles, and adventures are supervised by AI. As developers say, the beauty of real-world tabletop gaming here meets the endless possibilities of a digital world. Here you can build your adventures without compromising the handcrafted aesthetic of using traditional miniatures. You can take on a mantle of multiple heroes and creatures, manage your stats, and express yourself using the emote system. Perform dice rolls directly on board and interact with your environment. As a game master, you can dazzle and thrill your friends by building expansive maps, setting up shots, and controlling immersive soundscapes to bring all your delightful and devious designs to life. I also have to say that Talespire is not tied to a specific game or rule set. You make rules or bend them as you wish, and the game makes sure that no one can break them. Talespire is in early access right now, so don't expect miracles, but hey, early access game with 94% of positive reviews? Now I've seen everything. Wartales. It has been 100 years since the world saw the fall of the once great Edoran Empire at the hands of an unprecedented plague that swept the nation. So prepare to lead a group of characters in a huge open world where combat, death, and thirst for riches will shape and define your day-to-day life. You are not a special chosen one ushering in a new era of peace. Nah, your goal is solely to survive, well, and thrive in this harsh and hostile land. From the most insignificant petty thieves to the land's most notorious figures, there is no such thing as a profit too small to take. You can recruit from the vast array of new companions with numerous unique skill sets and weapon preferences, resulting in a plethora of possible builds. You will accept contracts that will take you on a task to defend, liberate, and save the many inhabitants of the land for money. You are not a hero, remember? Also here you will be able to collect bounties, from the most insignificant pathetic thieves to the land's most notorious figures. There is no such thing as a profit too small to take. Very wise words, probably many times spoken by Quark from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2. These are great titles, and if you like classic Baldur's Gate or Icewind Dale, you probably have heard about the games already. But have you heard that Pillars of Eternity saved the Obsidian studio from bankruptcy? They had a really bad experience with their big-budget Xbox One exclusive game named Stormlands. Well, long story short, publisher cancelled the game and Obsidian had to lay off 30 people. And honestly, I'm pretty sure that the reason for cancelling was the main hero's haircut. You just can't approve of something like that. That's a fact, it burned my eyes already. So the studio was devastated and they decided to play the last card in their hand. And that card was a Kickstarter campaign. You know, if you want to ace the project, you still have to create at least the first level of the game, and it should work on a certain level so you could show off what you got. The campaign was unbelievably successful. Crowdfunding raised more than $4 million, pledged by only 74,000 people. You know, most of the people who like Baldur's Gate now are kinda old and automatically kinda rich. So if you target rich grown-ups with their nostalgic fantasy, there is a huge chance that you will succeed. Solasta, Crown of the Magister. Here you will take control of 4 heroes, each with unique skills that complement one another. Every hero express themselves in the adventure, making each action and dialogue choice a dynamic part of the story. Although if you are expecting a dialogue worthy of Lord of the Rings narrative, aim a bit lower, somewhere where Hobbit is. Also here you will create your heroes just as you would in pen and paper game, choosing your race, class, and personality. Sadly, the slider of your ding-dong is not available here, and it's a huge flaw for this game. Some say the only flaw, because the game has very positive reviews on Steam and was very warmly met by the fans of the genre. Divinity Original Sin 2. Here you can create your own character or control one of 6 unique origin heroes with their own backgrounds and agendas. For example, you can become a flesh-eating elf. You may think, what, is that the lame feature that regenerates health like ghouls have in every game? No, it's way cooler. Once I found a dead body and there was an option to, eat its leg, I was like, why not? And I ate it. And suddenly I saw who killed the guy because this feature of mine worked in this mysterious way, and I completely forgot that I have it. I just ate the leg because I can. So the game gives you freedom that is sometimes a bit absurd. That is awesome. Anyway, here you will explore the vast and layered world alone or in a party of up to 4 friends in a cooperative play. You can even play on split screen with your mother-in-law. Go anywhere, unleash your imagination and explore almost endless ways to interact with the world. There's more to experience in PvP and Game Master modes. In the latter, you'll create your own stories or download fan-made campaigns from Steam Workshop. Game has an overwhelmingly positive review score. A must-play, that's a fact. Legend of Grimrock. This title is perfect for those who like pineapple in potato salad and well-done steaks. Oh wait, it's a mistake, it's an absolutely different game and it shouldn't exist. This game is perfect for dungeon crawling fans because Legend of Grimrock is one of the best there is. It has a modern execution but an old-school heart. A group of prisoners are sentenced to a certain death by exile to the secluded Mount Grimrock for vile crimes they may or may not have committed. Probably they put pineapple in the potato salad and cooked steaks until they were well done. If that is so, just leave them to die, they are not worthy. Okay, I'm kidding, you are a generous god and you must help everyone in need. So you are in charge of them and you will have to travel to ancient crumbled ruins, mysterious shrines and vast underground network of dungeons and mines. If the prisoners wish to make it out alive, they have to overcome all the challenges, form a team and descend through the ominous mountain. Although be warned that this game has one very annoying feature. You will be searching for hidden buttons all the time and that is not fun at all. Tyranny. Like Pillars of Eternity or Fallout New Vegas, it is created by the narrative masterminds at Obsidian Entertainment. Tyranny is a classic-styled RPG with an original story shaped and molded by your actions. Cool thing is that here you will play as an influential villain. You can choose to stay on the evil path or defy your dark master and take a turn to a light side after all. Game looks great, it's really aesthetically pleasing to the eye, and reviews on Steam are very positive as well. You have to scroll hard to find any bad ones. As people say, this game plays just like Baldur's Gate, so if you like the classics, you probably won't be disappointed with this one as well. Although be prepared to read a lot. This is more like a book than an actual game. You will get your fighting portion as well, but it is a slow-paced game. Make sure that you have several hours of free time before you sit down with it. And I mean it, when I played it for the first time, I had 2 hours of free time and it felt like I hadn't even started the game. Torment, Tides of Numenera. I have to say that while the game is inspired by this classic game, Tides of Numenera doesn't share the lore of Planescape Torment. Instead it shares the composer Mark Mungin, a dude who created music not only for Planescape Torment but also for Fallout 1 and 2. So in game you will hear about 50 different music tracks made by him. So here your words, choices and actions are your primary weapons, meaning that this game consists mostly of reading and talking rather than fighting. World of Numenera is really impressive. Hand-drawn original setting filled with offbeat and unpredictable items to use in and out of battle, and also cool feats of magic. Powered by technology used in the award-winning Pillars of Eternity, the game provides numerous wonders and impressive locations for you to explore. People are talking that one of the best parts of Numenera is the character creation process, good leveling mechanics and interesting NPCs, but boy oh boy, there are so many comments ranting about the reading part. Atom RPG Trudograd, or as I call it, Soviet Fallout Union, because it is basically a Fallout game, just here instead of a wanderer you will be called Comrade a lot. You will be thrown into alternative history. In 1986 the Soviet Union and the Western Bloc were destroyed in mutual nuclear bombings, and you are one of the survivors of the nuclear holocaust. Your mission is to explore the wild and wondrous world of the Soviet wasteland, because you know, you can get wasted here in so many meanings. For example, once I just ran into a minefield and died. Anyway, here you will stream for the better communists tomorrow, and along with that you will have to investigate stuff, various stuff, a lot of stuff. Trudograd is the second part of Atom RPG, but it's completely standalone piece. You don't need to know anything from the first part. And to be honest, I like Trudograd way more than the first part, so I'm recommending it instead. Also keep in mind that this is not a Russian game. You can buy it and you won't be supporting Putin in any way. That is great. Shadowrun Returns. Magic has returned to the world, awakening powerful creatures of myth and legend. Technology here merges with flesh and consciousness. Elves, trolls, orcs and dwarves walk among us, while ruthless corporations bleed the world dry. Here you are a Shadowrunner, a mercenary living on the fringes of society in the shadows of massive corporate arcologies, surviving day by day on skill and instinct alone. When the powerful or the desperate need a job done, you get it done, by any means necessary. Or, you know, fail miserably and try again. People on Steam are saying that this is a solid strategy RPG that scratches the itch for games like Baldur's Gate or Divinity Original Sin, also great for Fallout and Wasteland fans. Shadowrun Returns has around 90% of positive reviews, so if you like games like that, it's a real no-brainer for this price. And now, thank you for watching, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!